Excuse me. Yeah, thank you.
See little Mark grew up. Mark told y'all some story. How long I got Mark? Let's see how many stories I'm going to tell.
Now you take the script.
I love Reverend Barrow. Y'all give it another hand. You all know this area is historic. This building is historic. Across the street is Regal Theater, you know that. Then across on the other corner, that was CCUO that became Breadbasket. Dr. King's first office was in Chicago, is where Reverend Jackson's office was. That's when I got involved. Right down the street, Parkway Ballroom, and when that's where Operation Breadbasket was in its initial days. Some of you all remember that. All of you all should know that. When I got involved with the movement, my mother said 47th Street used to be a bustling street. She went to the beauty shop. And she said, Louie, there's a group of young men up there I think you ought to go meet. And my father heard that. He said, I don't know about that. What do they do? And the group of men was Bevel and Jesse and Andy and Dr. King. And I was shy, believe it or not. I was very shy. And my mother thought I should go up there and start working with those people. And it would get my shyness out. And I sat in the office, Mark, is a true story, on 47th Street, right across the street, for one solid week. And nobody would come out in the office and say, hello, may I help you? This is the movement now. What do you want, little girl? And one day, Jesse came out, and I said, my name's Hermine Hartman, and I'm 15 years old, and I type 150 words a minute. And my mother thinks I should work here. How much do you all pay? So he took me to Reverend Barrow and said, do you think she can do something? I've been typing for Reverend Barrow ever since.
For real? For real? How many could even type 95?
And didn't get paid. They ain't got paid yet. I think, where were we? Were we at, when we met Mark, where were we, Reverend Barrow? On 79th? Is that when Mark got involved? And Reverend Barrow, by that time I knew how to do something. And Reverend Barrow used to say, go get that little wild boy, and y'all go do something, something, and something. And it might be pass out flyers, it might be protests, it was somewhere raising some hell, so that's basically what it was. I see Bennett Johnson here. Bennett has been a wonderful mentor of mine. He is a fabulous writer, thinker, opinion maker, and strategic person. Bennett worked with politicians and Elijah Muhammad. You all give Mr. Bennett Johnson a hand. Bennett was one of the first people who told me I could write. And that's the truth. He and Gus Savage, I had written something, and Gus called me and said, give me that. And I gave it to him, and about 3 months later, he sent me something in Crisis Magazine. He was a good agent. I didn't get paid for that either. And my friend Annette from Christ Universal Temple, we've been church buddies and doing some things together. And let me introduce Stephanie Jackson Rowe from my office. I found out on the way here, you and Stephanie went to school together. And she told me not to tell some things, I won't. Stephanie's in sales, and we just thought we're gonna lock the doors until y'all buy ads from Indigo, and then we'll open them up again. So, thank you for being here. You all do know that we spend $1 trillion a year. That's the latest in Nielsen. 75% of that trillion is spent by black women. 75 of the trillion is black women. Reverend Barrow been telling us that for about 50 years, is women got the power.
You look so cute.
I went to my friend Dr. Leon Finney down the street, 41st, and I was talking to Leon, this was a couple of weeks ago, it was really down there for Carl West, trying to convince him on of the next generation is now, and to cut that next stuff off as he was beginning to do television. And I have talked to you all and say, y'all gotta stop the next, because the next is now, and if you win the now, you are not the next. Y'all sound like y'all getting ready to have babies or something. And in that conversation, began to talk to Dr. Finney, and Leon said, for me, you need to be on television. What you did with Indigo needs to transform to TV because a black female voice is missing. So we're getting ready to do some television, Mark. Leon, talk to me. And we're getting ready to try our hand. A lot of news about business these days, and that's what I want to talk to you all about, is business. There's good news, bad news. And things have changed. The world has changed. That's the bad news, is that it's a changing phase that we live in as we work through a modern day depression. Don't let nobody tell you we're not in a depression. When the government shuts down for 2 weeks, what does it do to you? And so when the bill collectors call, don't y'all get excited. Just say, you know, the government shut down last week. It took them 2 weeks to regroup. Leave me alone. The companies that were secure in business structures, as we have grown up to know it, are dying dinosaurs today, or doing flip-flops to stay alive. Or you're finding new companies that you never heard of, never dreamed of, sound like a joke, doing billions of dollars. Sun-Times, Chicago Tribune
Hi, how are you?
have both been
Glad to meet you.
in bankruptcy. Don't tell me nothing about Indigo and the Defender. I don't even want to hear it. If Sun-Times and Tribune went into bankruptcy and we still breathing,